Well, I have the system put together. I've got the operating system installed, and I just want to show you what happens when I turn the system on. So I'm going to go ahead and hit this button, and you notice that there's a little bit of a light show here. You know, the gamers seem to like that. So we're going to wait for the system to boot up. It is all solid state drives as well as 64 gigabits of memory. The solid state drive has 2 terabytes on it. So I'm going to hit it and actually boot up to the operating system. And I'm using the latest version of Ubuntu, which is Ubuntu 22.04, which is codenamed Jammy Jellyfish. They come up with all these different names. So now I have my logon screen. I'm going to go ahead and log on to the system. So there we go. We've logged up onto the system. So the next video I'll show you, I'll go through the software that's installed as well as some screen captures that'll demonstrate what I have in the next video. So stay tuned. Hi, this is Mark Garber, and I'm going to do a short run through of some of the software that I have installed. This screencast is actually being recorded with a package called OBS Studio. What I'll do is actually switch to my desktop capture, and this package, let me see if I can get to it. You can actually download this package from the internet. It has implementations for various operating systems, or Windows, Mac, and Linux. I'm actually running a Linux operating system, which is version 22.04 of Ubuntu, or what they call Jammy Jellyfish, and that'll be the platform I'll be using for the next few years. That's a long-term support. Some of the other packages I have some code editors installed. I'm going to open up this, actually a JetBrains toolbox. I'll be using PHP Storm. PHP Storm I'll be using to develop some containers. In particular, I'll be using Symfony, which is a framework built on top of PHP. PHP Storm and WebStorm are code editors. PHP Storm being used for primarily PHP programs, WebStorm for either TypeScript or JavaScript programs. Some of the other packages I have installed, I have a Docker desktop, and that'll be used for building up containers. The idea of having a container is to make very portable code that is completely self-contained. That is, you know, in addition to the main code running in the container, you have all the libraries that are necessary as well, so that you know, the containers are pretty much isolated from the rest of the operating system. It almost seems like a virtual a virtual machine, but it's really a container. Actually operates within the context of a regular machine, whether it's virtual or real. For implementing virtual machines, I have Virtual Machine Manager, and here I've installed 4 different operating systems, 3 of which are Linux operating systems and 1 Windows operating system, in particular Windows 11. That one was a little problematic to install because you had to figure out how to get this trusted platform module working on it, which is a security feature in Windows. That security feature exists in the other operating systems as well, but it's a little more difficult to get it up and running with Windows 11. But I was able to do it. So if I need to actually test something on a Windows operating system, I can just come over here and actually start that virtual machine. I'll just give you a little demonstration here. And here we have a Windows operating system up and running. So let's see if we can log into it. And here I have my Windows operating system. It looks like I have a browser loaded on it. But that's the Windows 11 operating system. And it's pretty straightforward to shut it down as well. There was a fair amount of change from Windows 11 to 10. I had to peck around to find how to turn it on and off. So that is the Windows 11 operating system running in a virtual machine. So there you have it. You have code editors for various computer languages. I will be using some other packages. In particular, I'll probably be using a Caddy web service or a web server, which will actually operate within a container, as well as probably the very first application that I'll be developing is an authentication service containerized, and that'll be the first microservice that I develop, and hopefully I'll have that developed by the end of the year. So there's Mark's exposition of his current workstation, very new workstation. And if you have any comments or questions, just leave them in the comment section. Thank you.